What's up, everybody? It's Black Nerd Planet. It's your
What they
boy
do?
Jordan, the
Sam
boy M. I always
in the
say it
house.
because I'm never sure if he's gonna say it or not. Oh man, it's episode 89, I think. Yeah, 89.
Yeah,
Welcome everybody. This is a weekly podcast with me and my boys. Sometimes other people, things of that nature, talking about nerd culture, black stuff, games, movies, and all that. I hate saying so don't listen to that part. Anyway, catch us YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, so you can support Black Nerd Planet on Patreon.com. However much you want, really $1. You get
need
every
that.
pod of the weekly nature for no ads for that dollar. And yeah, man, as we like to start off every time, I'm gonna ask Holloway, how you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm cool. Now I'm supposed to I had some. No,
You
I'm
be like,
cool, man.
Mom, I'm tired. Don't leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm tired of this, Mom.
Yeah, man, I ain't been doing nothing, man. Watching shows, really.
Yeah, you you was kind of telling me what you was kind of telling me. You finished up Hunter x Hunter.
hmm
Was it worth the 150 episodes?
Yeah, I was,
I
I was
would hope
pretty
so.
into it. Yeah, for sure. To be like, nah, man, it sucked. After all this time, I didn't even want to watch it anymore.
Did you I know when you were saying, I don't know how far you got on Black Clover, but I know what you were saying with Black Clover, you were comparing that a lot to how Naruto is and like structure. Like, how did you feel about Hunter x Hunter comparing it to those shows?
Uh, I feel like it was a little bit different because it wasn't just like a group of people. I mean, it was, but there were whole episodes. I mean, whole like I don't know, 4 or 5 episodes in a row that didn't show any of the people who were necessarily the main protagonists and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I like that too, though. That kind of style is cool too when it kind of makes the show itself a little more interesting, I guess, because you get to see more parts moving, you know what I'm saying, than just the same old characters or whatever.
Yeah. The and that was something I really appreciated about it when I watched it, like, shit, about 6 years ago now,
Mm,
like 2014 or whatever. Cause like you said, them not always focusing on the main like two or three people. Excuse me. It starts off that way at the beginning where you do the natural TV build up of here's Gon, and then he ends up meeting his who he meets Leorio, and then he meets Killua first, and then they end up meeting up with Kurapika. I never know how to say his name properly. And then all the other like ancillary characters start popping up from the Hunter Association and different weird creatures and enemies and
Magical
stuff like
beasts.
that. Excuse me. So yeah, I like the way that Hunter x Hunter runs, man. Do you
Mm,
I think last week you were saying you like Greed Island a lot, and then Chimera and Archie was kind of, I don't know. How do you
yeah,
feel about it?
only in the beginning. I was like that in the very beginning, but probably like 10 episodes in. Nah, probably a little more than that because it took them a few episodes to explain the whole Chimera Ant situation. So probably like 15, 20 episodes in, I was like, okay, what's gonna happen next? All right, yes, you got me.
There's one episode, maybe one or two episodes in the Chimera and arc where they first infiltrate the building. And this is what I was wondering if you had seen or not. Was when I think it's Gone and damn, I can't remember who all was in like that group of people, and they were like trying to get up the stairs, and like it was like an episode of like them dodging and like doing like, oh man, if I do this, then he's gonna do this and da da da. And then at the end of the episode, it's like only 4 minutes has passed since they've infiltrated the
Oh
thing
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
okay, I know what you're
Yeah, and it
talking about.
was like this. It was just so dramatic
Because it was
build up.
all real slow motion. Everything was in slow motion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that shit like blew my mind when I first seen it. I was like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
man? I can't believe it's only been
Yeah,
4 minutes.
because Melian or however you, I think I just said the same way, but however you say his name, the little gecko or chameleon, he had to hold his breath. And so, like, it was important to know that it had only been like
Yeah,
five
oh
seconds
yeah.
because whole time he was holding his breath.
I remember that now. Damn, it's been so long. Yeah.
But that is crazy though, because it's like, damn, this is really happening within like milliseconds. Like
Yeah.
he got stolen the mouth literally within the blink of an eye.
What did you think about like the abilities of that show? Cause you know every like shonen anime, there's always like, you know, Naruto is the ninjutsu, and then I can't Black Clover is like magic or whatever,
Yeah, it's like magic.
and then Hunter x Hunter is what nin and stuff
Mm,
like that. Like, what did you think about that as like a? I guess you could say it's a plot device. You know what I mean?
man,
But animated.
yeah, man. Then abilities can be kind of OP, man. They get kind of crazy, man. And I
Yeah.
don't know, like, because that's what we're kind of talking about. Is like, do you could just so basically you just make it up and believe in it for all your whole life,
Yeah.
and it'll be hella strong, like.
Cause when they was first learning how to use it with what was it Kite showing them at first?
And you talking about like when they
No,
was first learning how to use Nin?
yeah,
Nah,
it
that was
wasn't Kite. It was
dude
that.
with the glasses. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't think his name. And that little his little buddy,
Mm-hmm. And
little karate.
they was learning how to like move water and shit in like the cup and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff.
And learn if they was enhancer, or transmuter, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm.
Cause you know, in all animes, it's shonens. They always have to like learn how to use the abilities. But I don't know. Maybe I just overhype Hunter x Hunter. But something about the way that they went about learning stuff in that
Mm.
show just kind of really intrigued me because it just seemed like because everybody could just be a normal person. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah,
for some, because like in other animes, it always seems like they're just like they're already special in some way.
yeah.
But
Chosen one type stuff.
Like Gon had to learn how to do all that stuff like from scratch essentially. Especially since
Mm-hmm.
his daddy was a deadbeat. It showed him a damn
Yeah,
thing.
he definitely is, man. And it's funny because like how much they showed him and how much everybody just pretty much generally hates him. It's pretty
Mm-hmm.
funny. There was last couple of episodes about that or whatever. I was laughing a lot.
Yeah, he was when Leorio was like trying to be president or whatever. He's not
Yeah,
really even wanting to be
he wasn't
president,
trying to.
but
Yeah,
everybody's
but
loving him, and yeah,
yeah, because he
King
hit him in
keeps
the mouth. Yeah, that's why.
yeah. How can you not go to see your son in the hospital? He's like, man, I don't even know that little nigga, man.
That's exactly what he was saying too. He's like, man, come on, man. Y'all, as a matter of fact, man, mind your business, man. Y'all meddling, man. This ain't got nothing to do with you.
Said, man, I left him in the woods with his little auntie. And I mean, you ain't supposed to know I'm his daddy.
He said, which one of y'all gave him the tape? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Did what did you think about I mean whatever, spoiler, like with the ending of the show, you know, I got about to talk about everything. But like the ending of the show kind of being well, I shouldn't say the ending, but the ending of the Chimera Ant arc where you see Miriam or however you say the bad dude name look like Sale basically. And he basically just like dies playing chess or not chess but
Goongi.
yeah, with the blind chick. I can't remember her name.
Komongi, I think it is.
Oh fuck, I'd have to look it up, but I
Yeah,
can't
I think it's
remember.
Komongi.
Like, what did you think about that? Because that was like another reason why that show really hit me. Because a lot of the time, one, like Gon didn't always fight the strongest people,
Mm-hmm.
or like fight like everybody, like a Goku would and shit.
Yeah.
And then the way that the whole thing just kind of like they beat people, but then the main bad guy just kind of was like, "I'm at peace with my soul now."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm sure there's other animes like that, but a
Right.
lot of times it's like, no, it's gonna end in a fucking explosion or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I liked it because it was like character development. It's like, because a lot of times, especially with villains, they don't really get much character development and pretty much just being like, I'm going to take over the world. And if I
Mm-hmm.
can't, then I die. So the
Yeah.
end. And so it was, like,
A,
I
B,
think that was
C.
a cool change of pace as far as like for villains. Because I mean, at one point, he wasn't even a villain anymore. Like homie in his own camp became the
Mm-hmm.
main antagonist
The
basically. So it's
butterfly
like,
dude.
yeah, poof. Yeah.
Poof, yeah. And then
So um
what was the cat?
Pito.
Pito, yeah. That she was creepy.
Hmm.
I like those villains though, because they all had
Yeah.
like weird ambitions and stuff.
And they did all just kind of end up like big like it was a journey of self discovery basically
Mm-hmm.
for everybody involved, not just the main characters or whoever necessarily was supposed to be the main characters. So that was cool.
Yeah, yeah, I love that show.
I thought that was a cool take on that action.
If I felt like committing to 100 some episodes again, I'd watch it again, but I
Man,
can't.
and maybe if it was on like if like all the episodes was on like Netflix or something like how because if like I think it was on there but they just took it off or something, then
Mm-hmm.
that'd be different. You know what I'm saying? You could kind of turn it on, watch, miss the stuff you don't really care that much about, whatever. But like what how I was watching it, on the internet. You know what I mean? Like
You did it the old school way.
so, it's like that also takes up time. You know what I mean? Like trying
Mm-hmm.
to get on there, whatever.
Cause you
So,
had to, cause you watched it all in dub. I'm assuming, right? Yeah.
hmm
So yeah, you definitely went the hard route.
yep. So, and that's part of that's part of my journey. You feel me?
Living your truth, sir.
you know, but yeah, definitely though. It was cool. I liked how, like you said, it wasn't all about just like super crazy fights. It was
Mm-hmm.
other stuff. They was playing games. They was playing chess. They was playing dodgeball. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
just who gonna beat my ass or beat your ass. Ain't no more ass to beat.
Square up
Like,
right now, nigga.
yeah, like yeah, cool. I like that, but I also like other. It's other because like even Mirror Wim was saying that like you don't have to just be the strongest. You can be the best at anything, whatever. I just because he was just I mean not acting weird, but he was just like, damn, I really can't beat this person.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this woman? And, like that was all she was even capable of doing for the
Mm-hmm.
most part because she was blind too. So it was like, you know what I mean? It was
Say,
just
well,
cool
what the
to see
fuck?
some other exactly to see some other stuff going on other than like you said, just fighting and shit.
Yeah, man. Gee, I'm glad you watched it and that you liked it. Cause everybody else I know, man, I know it took you a minute too after I done talked about it for the last years and shit.
Yeah,
It
that's
can
true.
be
Because I
that
mean,
way.
I didn't even really turn it on to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's how I be. I think that's how I am with a lot of shows and stuff, or like
Mm-hmm.
media and stuff. Like I be wanting to watch stuff, but I don't know. I can't like. I have a hard time committing to sitting down and turning it on. But like if I came in the room and you was already watching it, then
Mm-hmm.
that's something. You know what I'm saying? That's something totally different. Then I'm like, oh, okay, I can actually get into this.
Because a lot of times, you kind of like think, we always talk about the mood thing. Like sometimes you like, I'm in a mood to do this, and then once you get to that point, you like, am I in the
I really even want to do this. I don't think
mood for that? Like, because like you, especially with anime, like if you don't pay attention to a lot of stuff, you be like,
so. Hmm.
what just happened? You gotta go back.
Hmm.
Like, wait, how
Even
did he
watching
do
the dub, that
this?
happens. Because I mean, I know a few times I was like, whoa, wait, what? Especially like when they was explaining stuff, I was like, wait, I think I
Mm-hmm.
missed something.
Yeah, there is a good amount of explaining. I never felt with the Hunter x Hunter that I was like confused. I don't think.
Nah, it was pretty. I mean, it was pretty complex, but only in the way of like human beings are complex. So
Mm-hmm.
it was that made it easier to understand. Like, oh, okay, this is just a fucked up situation.
Yeah.
Got it. Like,
Yeah, because
just
some
was
anime,
down
I
to.
keep burping and shit. Because some anime, Like I think it was like I mean like, and I'm probably just an idiot. But when I think I talked about this before when I tried to watch like Fate Stay Night years ago. It was like getting hyped up at the time. I'm like, let me try it out. And I'm like, man, I don't know what the hell going on. And I'll fall asleep, and then I'll just never go back again. Like, and I'm not all about action, action, action all the time. But it was just kind of like, man, y'all just kind of talking, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know if I want this right
definitely.
now.
I
Oh
even feel
shoot,
like messing with that.
you did you finish? You put Rick and Morty on here. Did you finish it all the way?
Season finale was because the last time we talked about it, we it was 2 episodes behind because the
Okay.
season finale had aired or something like that or whatever. But either way, I got caught up.
It was worth the how many episodes was it? Like 8?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was. I think it ended up being like 8 because I think it was. Well, no, it might have been 10 because it was. I think it was like 5 when they came back, 4 or 5 when they came back or whatever.
Yeah, I
Just
can't
this
remember
past
how many
weeks.
they usually do.
Um, but but yeah, I think it was worth it. It was pretty funny. The season finale was good. I think.
Was it any cliffhanger like they did with season 3?
No, it was more of like you kind of like it's more to come, but it's gonna be different basically in that way. It was like here's what's basically like setting up for the next season without being like cliffhangery, like what's coming.
Okay.
Other than, I mean, obviously not knowing what any of the episodes are gonna be about.
That sounds like somebody's name, Cliffhangery.
They
Cliffhangery reporting live.
sell rugs, they sell carpets. That's an infomercial name.
Cliffhangery. That's funny.
But but yeah, it was 10 episodes
Okay.
altogether.
Yeah, I need to go and just. I'm pretty sure it's on Hulu still, cause it's not on
Hmm.
season 4's not on HBO Max. So yeah, it should be on Hulu. Hopefully, I'll get to that then. Do something with myself with TV. You got anything else you watch? I see you waiting on that Doom Patrol. Did you start season 1 yet?
Yeah, I finished it.
Oh, you did. Okay. Yeah, I
Yep, I
haven't.
watched
I've
it
been
and
saying I'm gonna
finished it.
start it.
Yeah, and see, that was another example of somebody else turning it on because I linked my pops with it. I gave him my little login and stuff, and he was like, sifting around trying to see what he wanted to watch, and I was hanging out with him, and he turned it on, and I think I watched like the first like episode or two or like half an episode, and I was like, damn, this is hey, okay, this is actually
Yeah.
kind of tight. And so I just started watching it from that point, which was
Okay.
like last week. Yeah, because HBO Max just came out, right? And I had it for
Yeah.
about a week. And then yep. So like a week.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been about 2 weeks now, I guess. Okay.
I finished it pretty fast though. It's like 15 episodes
Oh wow.
and they an hour long. I
Oh
pretty
shit.
much binged that, yeah.
Man, I didn't know that.
I didn't either, and I didn't realize that until I was like, man, let me look at the episodes to see, what I got upcoming. And yeah, they definitely an hour,
I
or at least
guess
like
that.
45 minutes
Yeah,
or
I was
whatever.
about to say. Well, I guess that makes sense because all like the CW DC shows are that long, so that
Mm,
that that makes sense. I don't know why I was thinking it was a half-hour thing.
yeah, I didn't, and it's really weird when you think about how long actual shows is, and
Mm-hmm.
like how much time you spend sitting there watching it. Because like I watched the episode of Adventure Time earlier, and I was like, damn, it's only been 10 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, so I watched that and that was pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
It
gonna have
kind of
to flip
reminded
a
me of
coin.
Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, I'm still haven't seen that or The Boys,
Mm,
but I think I'd rather watch Doom Patrol than those, honestly.
yeah, yeah. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know because the boys was crazy, man.
Oh no, man, something about it. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where I'm all for like gritty stuff, I guess, but
Mm,
then it just becomes one of those things where do I really care like that it's a superhero show and they're edgy? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like when a few years back when Power Rangers got back popular and there was all like the this is Power Rangers but adult like. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
want that. Like I don't really care about it being bloody and fucking all that bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make it a better show. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So stuff like that, and that's not the same thing, but that's what the mind it puts me in.
Hmm.
But then I don't, me, I'm always into like stuff being colorful, and from like the Doom Patrol like banner
Hmm.
picture, it looks like
It's
it's.
definitely that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy in that way of like it's kind of all over the place, and it's a lot of like fourth wall breakage and kind of like comedy.
Okay.
It's more like uh, like they supposed to be kind of a joke basically. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Just like one of them groups that's kind of like, man, we ain't even real superheroes, man. Get out of here, man. You sitting on the couch right now. What kind of superhero sitting on the couch? It's
Oh
that kind
shit.
of stuff.
We should get a review for those seasons and
Mm.
season 2 coming out. I
Yup,
think
yup, because
that'd be
that's
cool. So you might
the
want to
end of the month
try to get
basically.
some notes written down since you already watched it. You gonna have to kind of
Yeah, I had to watch it from with a critical eye. Go back,
yeah. The
go back
stage lighting is.
with my little monocle.
Don't know who wears monocles. Who has a monocle right now?
Nobody. Um, it's funny because that was part of the end of Hunter x Hunter. One of Kilua's butlers, Subone, she had a monocle, and it it was just funny that we talk about That's what made me talk about monocles or say
Mm-hmm.
something because I just seen Subone wearing it, and it was like a camera and shit and all that shit or whatever. So it's like that. That's the kind of reason why somebody would be wearing a monocle to fucking spy on you and
Yeah, I was about to say it
shit.
made me think of Spy Kids. He had the
Exactly.
glasses and shoot, 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 shoot.
If I see somebody wearing a monocle, I'm like, man, you record me, bro. What is this?
Maybe you get out of here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna immediately think they trying to spy on me.
What you doing wearing that shit, bro?
Exactly. Fake ass Mr. Peanut.
You had anything else, man?
Nah, that's pretty much it for me.
Shoot, man. I was gonna talk about Betty on HBO, but I think the season finale of is today of this recording, or it might have just came out, and I haven't watched it yet, so I'm gonna wait till next week to
Mm,
talk about it. But it's a show about the woman skateboard group up in New York City called Skate Kitchen, I believe is their name. But there's a movie based off of them a couple years ago, and I can't think of the name because I'm an idiot. Oh, it just was called Skate Kitchen. The movie's called Skate Kitchen, but the show adapted from is called Betty, which, as a skater, I didn't know that women skaters were called Bettys, and maybe that's just like a East Side of the country thing or a West Side country. I don't know. I never heard that
mhm.
term, but
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that either.
it's kind of in the style of like an Insecure, where it's just kind of a slice of life show about them, being in the skate community and dudes being whack and being women and the stuff that they have to deal with. Me sounding like a man talking about it, but it's a but it's a cool show. I mean, it's kind of like it's one of those chill shows to watch. It's only 6 episodes in total because it's the finale. I think it's episode 6. And
Hmm.
I think they're 30 minutes each, so it's nothing like long to watch. But it's it just deals with like definitely diversity, and different things like that. So it's something to watch if you got
Check
HBO
that
or
out.
whatever different
Hmm.
HBO subscription. But I'll give a better analysis later. I'm sure my wife will say something since I was watching it with her.
Hmm.
She was more interested in turning it on than I was because I didn't even know it was about skating at first, and I didn't know who they were because when you watch a show that has stunts, you can usually tell like if it's a double or not.
Hmm.
They were skating, and I'm like, Man, they really skating. Like, this ain't no, like, bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They riding it, and then old John puts on the her clothes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then does a trick, like, whatever. And I was like,
Like
oh,
that
shit, they
old
really.
Mike Jordan commercial
Oh, yeah.
with
And
his
his
mama.
mama. So let me show you, boy. Yeah, so they really on there skating and stuff, and it's some good music and everything too. So
Mhm.
something to watch.
I have to add that to my list. I've been on HBO Max adding stuff to my list that I want to watch.
Yeah, making that long ass list and be like, one day,
Right.
one day. I shoot yesterday. I was on, all these damn streaming services. You'd be like, which one am I gonna look at first?
Hmm.
And I had seen, it was last year, I kept talking about, I was like, I want to see Pet Cemetery, and it's on Amazon Prime for free or whatever. So I finally sat down and watched it, and I turned it on at like 2 in the morning, because why am I up? I don't even remember why I'm up. But you know
Yeah.
me, I don't even like scary shit like that. So why am I even doing this to myself? And I didn't really know what the movie was about. Like, obviously it's like Pet Cemetery, whatever.
Hmm.
But I didn't know it was about like bringing motherfuckers back from the dead and shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it was like, there's probably scarier stuff out there, but there's definitely some stuff I was like,
but that movie I feel like is more about like spooky, not necessarily. It's like creepy, like ugh, like
yeah,
all right, yeah, that's kind of
that's
nasty,
true.
kind of like I just imagine like bone crunches, a lot of like
Mm.
crunchy sounds when I think about that movie.
It was okay. Like, the ending was kind of weird. It was one of
Mm,
those open-ended endings or whatever, conclusions I should say.
yeah, it was.
But
Well,
yeah, it
did
was
you watch?
fun.
You watch the original one or
No,
the
the
one that
new
came
one.
out? Yeah.
Yeah, the new one. So I haven't
Hmm.
seen what the and then looking at like reviews and seeing, obviously they had to modernize it and stuff,
Mm.
since this is from the '80s book and the movies from the '80s, whatever. The originals from the '80s.
Because I never watched the original either.
Yeah, I was thinking bad. And then there's a Pet Cemetery 2. So like after the original one
Mm.
that came out in like '92, I guess, and it's about some like other people, whatever. And I was like, man, I don't like when they do sequels to stuff like that. It's kind of weird.
Mm.
But yeah, I was thinking about excuse me. I keep
That
doing
was
that.
my bad. No, I started that one.
Did you? I didn't even notice. Jeez Louise. Oh, because I've been wanting to watch The Shining, because I've never
Mm.
seen that before, but I can't find it anywhere for free, and I don't want to have to pay for it.
It was on Netflix for a minute, I thought, or something, or maybe not Netflix. Maybe it was on Hulu.
Yeah, it had to have been a while ago before I
Mm.
had started looking for it, because I started looking probably like some months ago.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm trying to watch that. I never watched that movie, but I don't think I don't feel like I've really watched anything, man. Like, most of the shit I've been watching lately has just kind of been random, like sports stuff, like I usually watch on a daily and shit
Hmm.
like that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I watched anything else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it for me. I have plans to start Titans since I watched Doom Patrol, and I guess that'll like fill in the time while I'm waiting on season 2 to come out or whatever, or help fill in the time or whatever. So, but I
Yeah.
haven't started it yet.
The really, I can't oh, shoot. Yeah, I don't think I watched anything else, man. Have you been playing anything? I know you've been playing some Apex and Call of Duty. Anything besides that, really, or?
Nah, not really. I got on Animal Crossing. I started doing some of that wedding season stuff just to
Oh,
be
where
seeing what it's talking about.
I haven't even seen how to start that yet.
We just got to go to Harv's Island and talk to Harv, and then talk to Cyrus and Reese, and then you just take pictures for him.
Oh, you know what? And I remember, yeah, when the month starts, June starts, and like, yeah, man, come on to my island,
Yeah,
boy.
Harv calls you. And,
I
yeah.
forgot about that. Okay,
Hmm.
I forgot. I'll be forgetting about old Harv.
Yeah.
If they don't show up on my island, I don't even think about them shit. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's about it for me though. Playing
Oh
just
shit.
kind of on and off Animal Crossing. I turned it off today though, like, and turned on River City Girls just to be like, all right, I'm turning it off for a little minute or something. I'm actually
the
gonna turn it off.
Yeah, I have. I've been playing it like every little bit here and there.
Hmm.
Other day, I was like, man, I'm about to start really building up some stuff, and I was like, no, I'm
Yeah,
tired. I'm tired. I keep spending my money on clothes and shit.
yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm doing a lot of tradings on that, or not trades, but just like shopping and buying stuff off that Nookazon
Oh
third
man,
party site or whatever.
I got 3 Nook miles, man, for your
Yep.
T-shirt, boy.
Let me get that T-shirt. Appreciate it.
I really wonder, I really wonder how many clothes and stuff and like items are on that game because I haven't looked at I haven't seen like a definitive number, and nor
Mm,
have I really looked yet. But it just keeps seeming like it's not endless, but it is.
yeah, it's a lot. I mean, and even like with somebody's island that I went to for something, and I don't know, I didn't even look at the date, which I should have, but now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't. But I'm pretty sure it was like fall or winter time or something, or maybe they was on the southern hemisphere or whatever. And they had a bunch. It was like winter stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? Like coats and boots and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So even of that stuff, we haven't even seen because it's the summertime now. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
that's
So it's
true.
like,
That was something I did notice with it coming into June. Like they started selling like different sandals and different stuff, different dresses and stuff like that. So
yeah,
the I did play one game of Valorant the other
mm,
day, which is a new Riot Games like team shooter, I should say. It's basically, in my opinion, like a Counter Strike meets Overwatch situation. Um, it's okay. To put it, like I said, I played one match of it when it first came out in beta, probably like a month or two ago. Like it was getting like a lot of different streams online, and I saw people playing as Marlon's whole thing just goes out. Where'd Marlon go?
I'm froze. Can you still hear me though?
I can hear you.
All right.
I could just see your little dots. That's okay. You can
Um,
hear me. It'll come back. The but Valorant, it's okay. I I like I said, it's kind of like Counter Strike in the sense that you get money each round to buy more, or like buy upgraded guns, and you have abilities like you do in Overwatch, is where that comparison comes in, and so you gotta
mm,
buy like stock on your abilities basically. Like you start with like one central ability, but then there's like other like premium abilities basically, to put it that way, where you gotta buy those to use them. Uh, the mode I played, which is like the basic one you start out with, is like a point capture, like hard point thing, like set a bomb situation.
mm-hmm.
Like one person on the team is like automatically given the bomb, and it was, I think it's a game where one, I thought about deleting it, but I was like, nah, let me try to play it with some of my people online and see if how I really feel about it. But really,
Mm-hmm.
it really just scratched my Overwatch itch. No, it made me want to play. I shouldn't say it made me scratch the itch of Overwatch, but it made me want to get that Overwatch scratch itch, whatever phrase you want to
Oh,
say. So, now you got a black screen now, boy. You already know.
yeah, man, this mother tripping. I don't know what happened.
Man, ghost. There's your ghost life going
You
for
know
real.
how you already know.
But I won't say it's a bad game though. But it just off of first rip, I was kind of like whatever. And I can see that being a thing because I've been trying to get the Chicago people to play Apex and stuff.
Mm,
And like Roosevelt played some with me, and he was like, I don't know, man. I just don't like battle royales. I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. And then Isaiah played some, but I was like kind of done playing, so I really didn't even care to try to like help him. But then
Mm-hmm.
he started playing by himself, and I guess he started liking it or something. But he was like, I want solos and stuff. And I'm like, I don't think Apex really works with solos because of the abilities and stuff you use.
Yeah,
Not
they
every
do make it a
character
little
is
bit
equal.
harder.
Um, but yeah, and then but I ended up playing the game of Overwatch on the PlayStation. I had to update it. I hadn't played Overwatch on my PlayStation in a long time, so it was like a 20 something gig update.
Mm.
And I played one match, and then I was like, I wanted to play more, and then I didn't. So whatever. I want to get back to it though. It's so many more characters and changes they've made to the way matches are set up now and stuff like that. So I had to kind of reacclimate myself.
Yeah, I feel you.
And I've still been playing some Monster Train here and there. I'm kind of stuck on this Covenant 1 still, which is pissing me off. But I'm starting to figure out my wrongdoings in life on that game, so hopefully I can get past it. But that's kind of been like my stream game now, cuz I can kind of just like chill and talk at the same time.
Yeah, I feel you.
Cuz like when
I
I
just
was keep going.
no, I was just gonna say I get how that could be a cool game to do that with.
Cuz when I was playing Yakuza, cuz that game you got to read subtitles and stuff. It was kind of hard to do both. I'm like I don't like doing that.
Mm.
But I'm definitely gonna stream Last of Us 2 when that comes out though.
How much?
At
Well, we
least the
got a
first two.
month.
Last
Well, a
of Us,
little more than a month. Yeah.
nah, Last of Us, we got what like 12 days. Comes out with June 19th, so day of recording. Oh man,
There
there
we
you
go.
go.
That's smart.
You
Well,
had that old school Channel 3
I had to
green light screen. He's
get to hit
back.
that cartridge.
But you know, Last of Us comes out June 19th.
Yeah, damn.
I meant to tell you I took that day off. I forgot to tell you. But yeah, I took that day, and then I took the day for Ghost of Tsushima 2 in July,
Mm.
which are both Fridays. So, but yeah, man, I think that's it for gaming wise. The
Gazane.
Pokemon DLC is coming out soon. I had put up some videos about that on our YouTube page. That the Pokemon Sword and Shield Isle of Armor comes out June 17th. So I'll be probably playing some of that too as well. Two as well. It's just redundant.
Yeah, we can have to get some streams of that too. Get some battles in or some, or
Yeah,
do some team battles or some.
I was thinking about getting back on there and trying to actually get a team I want. And I remember the reason why I didn't last year or whatever, because I could never freaking find a Corsola,
Mm,
because you can only find them at a certain time and all this bullshit.
mm.
So I was like, man, all right, Galarian Corsola to be specific. But yeah, man, what do you want to talk about first? There's a few news topics around.
Mm, you know,
One
I
thing we
don't know.
didn't bring up, but to Yodelay, the Batwoman show that is on CW, which I have not watched it. My wife has watched it, and I guess it's decent because she didn't say it sucked.
Uh-huh.
But Ruby Rose is leaving the series. This news came out probably a couple weeks ago, but I know both of us hadn't watched it, so I didn't want to like
Yeah.
talk too much about shit we didn't know. But it's pretty interesting that she was like, "Well, I'm out of here." But there's some details about why she left. If you want to talk about that, Mister Sir, cause I haven't read the
Uh,
article yet.
I can't. And really the only reason why I had even put it up here, because like you said, it was old. It was older, but I just thought it was interesting that they had decided that they was going to keep the show going and try to focus on a new, can like make it a whole new character, the main character of the show, basically. So that was the only reason why I wanted to talk about it and to get your opinion on how you feel about that same idea of like just changing up the characters in a show, basically, but it's still the same show.
Yeah, and I saw that, and I was thinking, I don't know how many shows I've watched where the main character has been switched like that. Like I know, like Walking Dead. By the time I was done with Walking Dead before Rick had died, so I can't count that.
Mm.
And then besides that, I don't really know. Cause then I think, have I even watched TV at all? Like how much TV have I actually watched? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like shit. Steven kind of dies on Steven Universe, but he comes back. That's not the same thing. So
yeah.
yeah, I
The
don't.
only thing
It's
that
weird.
I have is close to that is like Hunter x Hunter right now, and a bunch of other anime stuff that where it starts off as a group and not really one particular person anyway. So I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, that's pretty interesting that they're deciding to just redo the show basically and turn the focus from Batwoman to whoever they decide or whatever they feel like they want to do. Because they really don't say in the article like what direction they want to go with this or whatever, or how they gonna do it from this point forth.
Yeah,
But
cause no, my bad.
I was just gonna say, I don't know. I almost kind of want to watch it now just to see,
What they
like,
do.
yeah, what they decide to do going forward.
Yeah, I mean, cause from us, it seemed to me like Ruby Rose was fine playing Batwoman, Kate Kane, but I think when that initially it came out with that news that they were that they were splitting ways and all that stuff, I was kind of like, well, I couldn't imagine say like when Arrow started if he had left, Stephen Amell had left after that first season, I'd have been like, man, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really, I haven't watched Batwoman yet, but I would think like I'd have to ask my wife because I had told her about that, but I don't really know if she really gave an opinion on it. But
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of one of those things where on a TV landscape, it's one thing to change like soap opera characters and stuff like that, which them CW shows are basically soap operas anyway. But changing like a comic book character, even in the books, is always just kind of like, man, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we
Mm-hmm.
doing right here? So, yeah, I don't really know how I feel about it. It's almost a situation where there's already a lot of production halts right now, and I'm not really sure what kind of contract they had on that show and stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I guess they had already renewed it for season 2 anyway, so they're probably like, well, we gotta roll with it now. So fuck it, let's
Yeah,
just do something else. But yeah, I
gotta
don't
do
know
something.
how if they're gonna have to like rename it and things like that, and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like in that of that nature. So yeah, I don't know. I don't see it being a good thing for the show personally. Or I'd have to see how they did, but I don't think it was like that good. You know what I'm
Especially
saying?
considering a lot of people was kind of, I feel like was kind of drawn to it because of the cast, because Ruby Rose or whatever, and all that, like, you know, hype behind it when they first announced that she was gonna do it or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can agree to that. But yeah, we'll see, man. I am interested. Like you said, I'm interested in seeing what they do going forward. Um, yeah,
Cause shit, I don't know, it might be a whole new show at that point. You know what I mean? And it
basically, it's
might
gonna. I
be
would think so.
something which it just seems to me like you said with like the titles and shit. It's like that'll end up being weird and messy or something. Like you know what I mean? It's like
Mm-hmm.
because technically, will it even be season two? It's gonna be a whole
Yeah,
new season basically.
it's almost
So
kind of like just kind of retcon and stuff, or keeping. Are all the supporting people gonna be the same, or are they gonna
they're gonna
like
be like,
kill
yeah,
them
man,
off,
they
or?
they gonna do the Men in Black flash of memory at the beginning.
I
Like,
wish.
no, that never happened.
Shoot. What was I am hyped for the new Spike Lee joint coming to Netflix, The Five Bloods.
Oh yeah.
It's a Vietnam background movie. I shouldn't say background, but that's like that's the point of the movie. It's Vietnam and black soldiers in that. Chadwick Boseman's the main character.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a movie that could have came out in the theaters, but Netflix is pulling those kind of strings now.
They got that kind of money, honestly.
I did. That's what I forgot. But it was like I think I forgot it last week. We had watched Lovebirds with Issa Rae and Kumail Nanjiani.
Oh yeah, that like comedy date comedy.
It's a pretty funny movie, man. It was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it was, I mean, once again, it was supposed to be in the theaters, and then Netflix had got it with all this COVID stuff going on. But yeah, I wouldn't have been mad if we had, spent the however much on it. You know what I'm saying? Seeing it in the theater. The jokes
It's
was
on
pretty
Netflix
decent.
already right now.
Yeah, it came out last week or so. So yeah, it's pretty
Okay.
cool. Like it's pretty funny, um, pretty realistic and like I mean it's a goofy ass like them trying to figure out a mystery and stuff like that. But in
Yeah.
terms of like the point of the story, it was pretty good in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still weary about Issa Rae's acting a lot of times, even like when I watch Insecure, but it was fine. But I like Kumail a lot. His jokes was pretty funny, so it
Mm-hmm.
worked for me. Um, Shoot, man. What else we got here? What else we got? I said we had some shit. Now I'm acting like I fucking forgot.
That was what I had. That was my contribution.
Oh, god damn it.
Because that's pretty much all that I had going on.
I'm just
I
gonna.
know that One Piece about to be on Netflix now, so I guess that means
You can
I
start
gotta,
watching that, yeah.
yeah, I guess I gotta be held accountable.
Yeah, you gotta do it now. How do you feel about Call of Duty finally saying, with all the stuff going on, Black Lives Matter, protests and everything, how do you feel about Call of Duty finally being like, you know what? We will get these racist names off of the game. It's been like over 10 years of racial slurs being thrown out and clan tags and stuff. But now I think's the time to wash this away.
So what? They changed? They took all that stuff down or something?
Basically, they said they're about to start monitoring that stuff better, like
Oh
people
yeah.
online being racist and like people putting, the N word in they tags and stuff like that,
Because I didn't know nothing about. I mean, like I had got on there and I seen the like statement that they made or whatever, just on the game or
mm-hmm.
whatever. But I didn't see that they were saying they was going to crack down on that kind of stuff. Which I mean, I guess this is what it takes to get that. I guess you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, like, because I don't know why they would just be like now finally like, yo, people do be crazy racist on this game and like yelling out and having all kind of racisms and stuff, slurs
mm-hmm.
and stuff just by playing this.
There's somebody on Twitter when Call of Duty had made their statement online. Somebody was like, "Man, I need my reparations because I've been called everything under the book for all these years." And now y'all want to
Exactly.
say so. Yeah, I mean it's always been so bad on online, and it's more games than just Call of Duty, but that's the one that's really people
Hmm.
talk about when people get online and you just hear blah 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 man, yo mama man, blah,
Yeah.
immigrant, blah blah. Like good grief, like they don't even know if you black or not. Yeah, they just
No, they
assume
just
and
saying
shit.
it, and it's
Like,
crazy because that just be the worst. Like that's the worst. Um, talking shit about somebody like that's the lowest you can go to just be like, man, this and you that, blank, blah blah blah. And it's like, damn, man, that's because I mean, like you said, you don't know who's who or who's what.
mm-hmm.
So to be saying that somebody is a black monkey or whatever, it's like,
Yeah.
damn, what? You don't even know.
Jeez.
That's crazy. And what if they not? Now you calling somebody that, and that's supposed to be hurtful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, damn, that's fucked up, man.
Now they gonna join in on the joke. That's a straight
Yeah,
like
man.
calling everybody crap. Yeah, I mean, like you said, sometimes it just takes that. I don't really know what it really takes for them to monitor those things, because obviously it's
Mm-hmm.
millions of people that play the game at any given time, and they ban people for certain stuff, but shit, they don't be banning people for cheating and hacking. So I don't know,
Right.
man. I don't know
Exactly.
what it takes. I don't know what it takes, and it's not like it ever stopped us from buying the game. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, exactly. It's just
we
because
just
it's like, man, you just it's all about inclusion. You know what I'm saying? You just want to play the game. You know what I mean? I like
mm-hmm.
Call of Duty too, just as much as the next races, I guess. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to, I don't want to not play this game that I like just because Joe Schmo is a racist and he like to
Yeah.
play Call of Duty too, man. You're like, damn, I can't do nothing.
All that
I
playing
gotta,
with virtual guns.
man, I gotta sit here quietly.
Oh
You know what
shit.
I mean? Like if I was to be like, all right, I ain't doing nothing that nobody that's racist is doing, then it's like I can't do nothing. I got it's racist everywhere. Like I can't even go outside if that's the case.
I got a. Think we're gonna end the show here. I guess we running out of shit to talk about, huh?
Yeah,
There's
I
probably
guess
more.
so.
There'll be more stuff in the future, but then I realized I'm yawning too goddamn much.
Yeah, I don't know. Every time we really either get like at the start of or really get rolling, Rube be like, no, I don't think so. I got
Yeah,
something to say.
yeah. My kids are also looking at me as they popped in, so you know what that means.
So
Father
it's
time.
time to go be a dad. It's
uh,
funny because just one more thing. We was playing a little Call of Duty yesterday with Spaceman Leezy. And he was on the mic, like his daughter came in the room or whatever. He's like giving her little kisses and hugging her.
yeah,
And I'm like, man, be a dad on your own time, man. Get out of here, man. Like, get off the mic with that, man.
yeah.
It's
That's
just
funny.
funny. He's like, I'm spending time with my daughter, man. I'm like, get off the game then, chump. It's like,
He's like, hit the
it's just
pause
funny.
button then.
Yeah, man. Mute your mic, man. Get out of here, man. This ain't
Oh
daddy daughter time, man.
man. Well,
It's
on
just
that
funny.
note,
Yo, man.
everybody like, subscribe, comment, patreon.com, support the show,
We need that.
Spotify, Spreaker, everywhere. Anything is good. Any kind of constructive criticism, any love, all that good stuff. I'm Jordan.
It's your boy M.
Peace.
Adios.